Hi children, welcome back to our IT class. In the last class, we had discussed about styles and the method for creating a new style for our web page. And I have mentioned that the style that we have created in that p tag is known as type selector. Suppose you want to display the single items like Mohiniyattam and Bharatanatyam and group items like Oppana and Thiruvadira in different colors in the web page you have created. We have already included them using separate paragraph tags, haven't we? Now, you have to give different properties to these two paragraphs. This is not possible if we use type selector. That is, in type selector, we have given the name P there. Did you remember that? Then, we have set some properties inside that P tag, inside the style tag. Clear? Now, to give different colors to the contents in the same web page, using the same tag, that is, all other properties are the same. Font family, font size, all are the same. We have to apply the different colors only. Then we have to use another selector, that is class selectors. Class selector instead of type selector should give different styles to two paragraphs. For this, we have to give different names and change them to class selector. Let's see how we can create the class selector. Okay. Class selectors can be used to give distinct properties to different contents that are included in the same page using the same tag. Here also we have used the P tag, but we give distinct properties to different contents. Clear? For this, we have to give a suitable name along with the name of the tag. Tag and class should be separated using a dot. For example, look at this figure p.blue, then mention the properties. Okay, here blue is the class. Now look at this figure. In order to add the property to the content we have created using class selector, we have to use the following rule. That is tag, then keyword class equal to name of the class. Okay, that is P class equal to blue. Similarly, we can include P class equal to red also in our program. Okay. Next activity is to modify the page background. How did you give an attractive background color to the web page you created earlier? Do you remember? Using BG color as attribute for body, we can give background color to the web page. Instead of giving attributes like this, we can use cascading styles, that is our type selector, to give background color to our web page. Let's see how can we use that. See, this is the method for giving background color to a web page. Okay, up to this, we have given different cascading styles to the web page we have created. Now, how can you give the same style to another web page? Let's see. We can give the same cascading style to the style tag when we create different web pages. For that, we have to type and set the style tag in a separate file. That is, first we have to take the text editor. All of you know we have typed the codes in text editor. So, in text editor, we have to type and set the required style inside the style tag. Okay. Now, save it in a new name. Then, for adding this style file, that is this style sheet, to another web page, for giving this property to that web page, we have to use the following syntax. We have to use link tag to include the contents we have set in one web page to another web page. The syntax is link REL equal to, it is the keyword, REL is the keyword. You have to use the word as such. REL equal to style sheet. That is, we have to include the style sheet to the web page. Then type equal to text or CSS. And href equal to style.css. Here style is the name by which we have saved our file. So you have to give the name here, name of your file here. Okay. This is the syntax for adding external cascading style to a web page. Now we will move to some theory portions. Okay. First one, CSS files. The short form of cascading style sheet is CSS. We can collect all the cascading styles that we use in our web pages in a single file and give it a suitable file name and a file extension .css and keep it in a folder. The greatest advantage of this is that we can make use of the cascading styles of this file with a single line of code when we create a web page. You have studied the syntax of adding external cascading style sheet, right? So, by using that single line, we can add the cascading style to any number of web pages. Okay. Second one is history of CSS. HTML has had many versions at the beginning of www. In these versions, font, color, etc. were introduced in HTML 3.2. W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium, introduced the cascading style sheet in order to eliminate the repetition of code for this purpose. Once more, the full form of W3C is World Wide Web Consortium, and W3C introduced cascading style sheet in order to eliminate the repetition of code for web pages. Okay, this idea was suggested by, that is, the idea of cascading style sheet was suggested by Hakan Wyom Lee and Bert Bose. Now, look at this code, exclamatory mark, doc type, HTML. It is used before the HTML script. This line helps the browser to identify the HTML version of the web page. This need not be considered as HTML tag, but if we include this line in our web page, it helps the browser to present the corresponding tags according to their versions. Okay. Nowadays, the web pages are created in using HTML version 5. In order to give information to the browser about this, the line exclamation doc type HTML is used before the HTML script. Clear? The browser software considers all HTML files as web pages. So even if we don't use this line in our script, almost all HTML tags will be displayed in the web page. Clear? Now, let's look at some of the HTML editors to prepare HTML pages. The editors that allow us to create web pages like HTML are generally known as WYSI, WYG editors. They work on the principle what you see is what you get. That is, the full form of WYSI, WYG is what you see is what you get. Many such editors with free licenses are available today. Quanta Plus, Blue Griffon, TextMate, etc. are examples. Okay. Now our next point is WCMS, that is Web Content Management System. As the use of internet has become widespread, everyone started thinking of a website. In order to build a website, there is no need to learn scripting language actually. We have WCMS or Web Content Management Systems to help us with this. They are mainly of three types: online, offline and hybrid. Okay. And these system, that is the WCMS, help us to create a website without the knowledge of scripting language like HTML. We can make use of the code from this WCMS to build our own website. Okay. The last and very important portion is about cascading styles. Cascading style can be added in three different ways on building a web page. First one, inline. That is, add the properties of each HTML element along with the tag itself. For example, if we want to give background color, we can give it in three ways. First one, body style equal to background color. Here we are using the tag background color or the attribute background color inside the body tag itself as a line. Okay. Then internal. Here the properties are defined using either type selector or class selector inside the style tag. If we use style tag for adding the property of HTML element, we can say it as internal CSS. First one, inline CSS. That is, we have to add the property within the line. Second one, internal CSS. That is, type selector or class selector that we have discussed today. Then third one, external. That also we have discussed today. Cascading styles required for one or more web pages are included in a separate file with .css extension. The indications about this file is given in link tag within the head tag. Okay students, this is the end of this chapter. Only 3 chapters are there for your exam. Study all the portions clearly. You have to concentrate more on theory parts while watching the video. You have to note down the important points of theory part along with the practical sections while watching the video. Then only you will be able to score better marks in your examination. Okay children, thank you.